Seats are prepared, Tammy.
And good evening, curling fans. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club for the Mickey Haase playoff finals.
Good afternoon, curling.
Those aren't. I think we've got sound. All right. Good. We're good. Oh.
Brenda, you want to shoot for 1 and 5 or 2, 3, 4?
All right. Okay, curling fans. Do we have a level?
Good evening.
All right, Brenda, I hear you. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. All right. This is Michelle McEnroe, Brenda Citronetti, and our esteemed Presidente of the Curling Club. Also my mixed skip, Roger Rowlett.
Good evening. We finally got our technical glitches solved.
He finally turned up my pot.
We have one amplifier input that's not working. So
Oh, well, good.
we're on the air. Well, welcome everybody to the Utica Curling Club channel. We've got for you tonight the playoff game, championship playoff game for the Mickey Haase Women's League in the first half here at the Utica Curling Club. This is formerly the Lambert Grant Trophy, which was established in 1953, donated by Lambert Grant, replaced the French Cup, renamed in 2017 in honor of our lifetime member Mickey Haase. And this is the first rung of the women's ladder.
Yes, it is. And I would have been playing in here had I just lost one fewer game and won one more game. But, you know, it's after a whole bunch of curling, I think I've curled almost every day since Monday. Well, I had one day off. So it's nice to be up here in the booth.
All right, so our two teams playing tonight is Melissa Foote skipping. Which color rocks does she have? She has the
Melissa?
blue rocks. Third, Liz Cato. Second, Peggy Canine. And lead, Sandy Whittish. And the opposing team is skipped by Dawn Shearer, playing the yellow rocks. Third, Erlene Pulio. Second, Monica Spath. And lead, Cam Acosta.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch them because I curl with Erlene in our Glengarry Challenge team. And I've gone with Nationals to Melissa Foote, and I curl with Kimmy on Wednesday. So this is kind of a fun perspective for me. So let's see what situation do we have set up here. It looks like yellow is sitting 1 in the back, blue is sitting 2 and 3. And it looks like Melissa wants to come around from Peggy Canine, who is playing second with blue rocks.
Looks a little narrow.
Well, yep, sweepers got to go, and they've got a good sweepers there with Cindy and Liz. Yeah, it looks like she's just going to be a little short.
It's nice to see Cindy back this year.
It is. All right, and you know, we were too busy getting the. Well, no, let's see if Peggy just that. It looks like blue rocks have hammer. That would be Melissa's team has hammer. So Erlene's going to try to draw one around. And I'm going to see if I can get a first end sheet time, which of course is drastically going to change in about 2 ends. Not only did I remember my curling bag, I remembered my trusty watch that came with it. And here we go.
Third, Arlene Pulio with her first stone here in the first end.
So it's looking pretty good.
Well, you know, I'm kind of short and all these tall people are in the way. Oh, it's coming up it's going a little deep though. Let's see.
Down to the backer.
Yep, it's running about, I'd say it's running about 21 seconds or so, yeah.
It's pretty close, that yellow in the back to the blue up front.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from this angle. It's not directly over the pin, so it's kind of deceiving, and I always measure those if it ever comes down to it.
Looks like yellow is sitting 2, however.
This one's tracking a little bit. It's got a cut. If I heard they're calling back line, calling fly. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Well, that clears up that discussion. Now yellow's only sitting 1. Blue sitting 2, yellow 3, and blue 4. So they're playing a kind of an aggressive game. Let's draw around, put rocks in the house. Good time to play that, because if you get in trouble early in a game, you have a lot of time to get out of it later. It's when you drop a big end in the later ends, it's kind of hard to dig yourself out of that hole. This is a different line.
It's gonna
Probably
look
a
like
bit
guard.
slower. Yeah, this looks very guard-like.
Maybe sweep it top.
There we go. Little equipment reallocation there, and we're off.
So Liz is trying to come around.
It's not, might be a little tight on line here. Yep, she wants to sweep. Yep, a little tight.
Maybe not quite enough ice for that come around.
No, the weight would have been okay with a little sweeping. Had they gotten out had they taken a little more ice. But now it kind of limits Dawn's choices. I mean, there are holes on both sides, but all things being equal, I think you're going to want to draw the same side that you have been. You know the path. You have a better idea of the speed. It's
Talking a lot about the water. They said they hit them last year. It's from the snow on the roof. It's coming down behind that wall. They got to get somebody over here to do something with that roof. That's what helps them.
So that's one of my favorite strategies is when I'm in this kind of position, I'll block off the known path.
Yeah, she's sitting 1 and 2, so
Yep.
guard isn't bad.
Guard isn't bad, but I'll block up the path that we all know and make the other skip draw the unknown path, the path we haven't gone down, the path that is way slower. See, I know, let's see, Dawn and Melissa and Kimmy, they're all curling in our Bonspiel this past weekend, so they've had a lot of practice this weekend for this event, which is good. This looks like it's going to end up, if it comes up,
hanging out there a little bit.
maybe a little tick here
Little whip.
isn't the worst. There you go. That's nice.
Did block off the draw path from the outturn side.
Yep, and Melissa's got to come down that in-turn side.
That ice you were talking about.
Yep. And Arlene's been curling many, many, many years. So I'd say she and Liz and Peggy probably have the most experience out here. So if anybody would know that, Arlene absolutely would. It's also a little tricky because you don't want to get wide on this. If you're blue, you don't know if it's going to run straight, don't know if it's going to curl. You hope it curls. You certainly don't want to knock another yellow in here.
Very possible to get a skip deuce here, though. Get one locked up on the top 4 here.
It is possible. Yellow is sitting 1-3 right now, but Melissa can get in there.
Just a single on the button, though, Roger, not 2.
Well, there's 2 rocks left. So.
No, from like this weekend.
Oh, yes. Well, yes. And our,
Oh, right. Oh, 6-sheet open chair.
yes, I have to readjust my whole thought process this next week.
No, you can still put them on the button, Skip. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can still do that.
You only get 1, though.
Yeah, that's my job. I'll score it.
The line's really great on this shot.
This is looking really nice.
Looks like it's going to be a little heavy.
I don't know. It's coming down.
It is locking up.
Just
What a lovely try.
half a rock, just quarter rock too heavy. But
Line was perfect.
It was.
the good news is, that's a great practice for possibly her next shot.
Although if Dawn plays the in-turn draw, she can beat Melissa to the 4-foot here.
Right. She can do that. She also has a nice tap of the one she just wicked. And I think that's what she's, that's a lot of room for a tap up.
Well, it's about what she took last stone.
Right, and that one hung out on that line. So maybe a little less weight, it'll work a little better.
That yellow rock on the right side, though, is in a great spot.
Absolutely.
You play the in-turn here and get to the 4-foot, you might set yourself up a multiple steal. Come up short, you'll cut off the draw path and make it very difficult
Right.
for Melissa to score. And she just threw the draw.
Exactly. So she's seen it. Hopefully she got a time on it.
And will be able to make an adjustment, take just a shade more ice and just a shade less weight.
This is hanging out.
Yep,
too.
it's hanging out like the last one did, isn't it? Oh, I can't see the.
That's gonna.
It's all right. No, looks like no harm, no foul on this. Yep. Well, Melissa has her choice, but I'm guessing she's gonna try that again. So about 4 feet less weight would be good. 5 feet less weight, and she'll have her one. And
I'm curious why Dawn didn't guard this.
I don't know.
I think I would definitely come down that intern path. A lot of good results come from coming that way. You cut off the draw that Melissa just threw.
You have multiple options with one shot.
Right.
A little
Guards-
light, you're okay.
Guard's okay. Top 4 is perfect. Now Melissa has a chance to get her 1 this end.
You know, even if she throws the same shot, she stacks on top of her own, she's
She'll
still
be
shot.
Yep. There's a pile of catchers back there.
Like she looks, I don't know what her weight is. I didn't get a click. But the line's a little outside, it looks like. Oh dear.
If the weight's right, it'll curl.
It's not coming. It's not moving.
Just went out a little wider, I think, on this one.
Yeah,
and
I think she's just got a little bit of different draw path. Oh, they get a little wick. No, not heavy enough.
Needed to get by, yeah, not heavy enough.
looks like a steal of 1.
Yep. No, 1 is what you expect. Like I always say, steal 1.
Don't let them take 2.
Right, steal 1 without taking 2 with anything else is gravy. And that's often when you get into trouble and you're trying to steal and you're trying to steal like 2 or 3 and then you put your strategy around that. Then all of a sudden, how did I get into this mess? Well, you got greedy.
All right, 1 end in the books.
All right, Kimmy Haase is gonna, Dawn is calling for, looks like a top 12 biter is where she tapped her broom.
So Kimmy, I believe, 3rd-year curler now, right?
I think so, yep.
Always has fun on the ice.
Yeah, I was saying to her earlier, wherever we go, a party tends to follow. Because, well, we were just at the table last week after our game. Kimmy plays for me, and you and I played, and we were having a grand old time down at table 5 and waving off. Nothing to see here, people.
And that's why we're here today.
That's why we're here.
That discussion.
One of us started it, though I don't know who.
I think it was all mutual.
I think so. And Melissa's calling for a top 4 come around, I think, for Cindy, who I think she was away for a year or 2. And now she's back. Which is nice. Yeah, she's a little tight on line.
So Don Shear's team leads 1-0, and Melissa Foote playing the Blue Rocks will have the hammer this second end.
Let's see. Is she going to get a tick here? Oh, that's nice, though. That's actually not a bad outcome.
Weagle.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
it's
it's a
called now, right?
It's a bit of a wiggle, yep.
Yep.
You know, and that's...
Anyone watch the Lord of the Rings this weekend? Team Holman used that shot offensively right from the first end on, including a shot looking like that where you roll that corner guard over and roll one into the rings.
Oh, yeah.
Devastating weapon if you can throw that repeatedly. A little tougher in club curling.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the whole environment is different. You've got different rocks, different running surfaces, different ice, different players. It's just completely different.
Usually if we get that, it's a plan B.
A C.
Oh, how did that happen?
And what's interesting is, you know, one I think the hardest parts of skipping is realizing those B, C, and D plans.
Quickly.
Yes. You know, and know your thrower, know what their tendencies are. Well, she's probably going to be X, so I'll call the shot here, and that way I've got these alternatives.
Cindy, just a little light.
Yeah, just a bit. That's a quarter in the pig. We have a ladies'
Fundraiser.
Yeah, it has every time you hog a rock, you put a quarter in the little pig on your table when you come off the ice. And it's actually other clubs have that, although they actually will have the boxes, you know, out on the ice near the hog lines. It's actually a lot of fun because it's like, oh, you don't want to pay a quarter, get it over the hog line. Monica Spath is being asked for an intern takeout. Just a little tight. Monica tends not to throw a ton of weight.
Well, they're holding it pretty
They're
good.
holding
Say
it.
they're holding it amazingly
It's
straight.
Gonna cut though.
Might get a
Nope.
piece. Might get a little piece.
She's got a piece. She got a piece.
Oh, nice shot. Okay.
Yeah, I resemble that weight, unfortunately.
Well, Dawn was able to get it out.
Yep, Dawn swept it right out. Whenever I'm in the house and I'm sweeping like that, I have one job: sweep it out.
Kept the shooter. That was important.
That was.
Yes.
Now Don Cher's team lying 1-2 without hammer.
And Melissa's asking for a come around the corner guard. She's got one. Might as well use it. This one possibly a little light. Melissa's coming out to help. Might as well get it close, so at least they can tap it up or use it in the following stones. That was a good spot. They'll be able to use it. The long guards are very interesting. You don't want them at the beginning of the end, but sometimes you need them at the last part of the end, and by that time, you have no idea how to put it there.
Monica trying to come around. The stone Peggy just put down.
She's a little tight on the broom here.
She definitely has more weight than Peggy did.
Yeah. You might want to make sure she comes
Careful.
around that guard, because she'll tick in that guard. She's by.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because she ticks in that guard at that weight, depending on the angle.
Mm-hmm.
She takes it right behind that corner guard to the, top 12, top 8. A really good spot.
Yeah, you'd really want to move this center guard if you can.
Yep.
I'd love to split these two in and open it back up.
That's a skip's prerogative, right? to change
Heck
the mind?
yeah. Yeah, once we make our decision, we sort of stick by it.
This looks a little light again.
Well, yeah, a little bit. They might get top 12 out of it, maybe. No, it's light, you're right.
Oh, change the
Oh,
angles.
yeah. Our ice, you do have to put a
Which
pretty...
isn't a bad thing for Melissa. Get it out of the
Well,
center.
Right, it's in its corner guard. Our ice, you do need to put a pretty positive rotation on these rocks, or they will do unpredictable things,
And the rocks are pretty sharp.
as you should know.
Yep. We baked them pretty good this year, and they're still curling really well after almost a full half of curling.
They are curling nice.
All right, Erlene's being asked for the come around. Now they're coming down, interestingly enough, they're coming down the same side that they used last half. They really haven't broken in the sheet 2 side of the ice. And usually you kind of want to do that.
Yeah, that outturn side is going to be a shock when they throw it the first time, I think.
Right.
They only threw a couple shots last end.
Right, it's going to be the unknown land. I remember you doing it this weekend. Nope, we got to break this side in. We're going down this way. All right.
Well, there's nothing worse than having to throw a critical draw down a side you haven't been down. As beginner skips, take note. You want to learn both sides of the ice and try to even them out as quickly as you can.
I've never done that before in my life.
Been there, done that, have the T-shirt.
Oh,
right?
I've been there, done that. Have that T-shirt in all the wrong sizes and all that gross colors. I think this is a raise that she called. All the way, ladies.
Pretty much tap it anywhere.
Yep. Looks like she's got some of
Tap
it.
it hard enough, though, because we do have some counters. That's right, Peggy. All right, that's a good outcome.
Very nice. Good sweep.
Got behind a couple corners.
And that corner's, there is a run back on that yellow on the outside. That's kind of That's certainly not a first option shot. It's also tricky out there. It runs a little straight. But Dawn opts for the come around, which is a good call.
And the game's in the 4-foot.
Got more weight this time.
Oh, yes. This might be a little too much weight. This looks kind of toasty. Oh, wow, the rock's really curling.
Yeah, they had to sweep to get that by. That just got by
Absolutely.
a couple inches. Going to sit on the back 4. Back 8.
Back 12?
It's sliding. Look at it slide.
Oh, wow, they swept it. Well, they over-swept it. And well, that path is
They
just...
had to, yeah.
How many rocks been thrown in there?
Yep.
10? Dozen?
That curled a good 5.5 feet.
Oh, yeah. Now she's a little... And this is a nice double option shot. Liz will be on the broom, but if she were not to be, Melissa would also have, with the right weight, Melissa also has a tap if it comes to that. But she's on the broom, and she certainly is
It's a little heavy.
little toasty. Yeah.
That's going to go right by, I believe.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
It's deceiving when you see other players come up a little short.
Right, you better
Put
put
a little
left.
more on it.
Oh, yeah.
That is about 3 or 4 rocks down that path now, so you're going to be chasing the speed each time down until it comes up to full speed.
Right. Now, I would like to see the next of them go down the... It would be the intern side
Yep.
going away. I have noticed that, you know, that one side just does tend to get played, and it's like, no, we gotta go to the other side. I don't want it.
Well, you get into a trap where you're making shots in the end that you feel like you really have to make, and you want to throw them on known ice. And
Absolutely.
you get trapped on that side, and then you realize the other side has never been played.
And you forget that.
And or you forget, or you get stuck, and all of a sudden that's the only path you have is on the bad side of the ice. And
Right.
it's a blind guess for the weight often the first time down.
So obviously this will be 2 top 8, top 4.
It looks like the ice may be almost full speed on this intern path
Yep.
now.
I remember my trusty watch. I'll get a hard to stop if I can. If I look through the right part of the bifocals.
She's a little wider than everybody's been.
And that is the no curl zone there, I think. So we called it yesterday the crash zone.
The crash. No, that's the no curl zone.
Yeah.
Inside is a crash zone.
Okay. And that weight was pretty good, but
It
it
was.
just
Yep.
had no curl in that spot compared to the path they were coming down.
Right. Yeah, it was pretty funny. You'd come down, we'd look at each other, and go, huh? Oh yeah, no crash. That was a no curl zone. Now this is interesting. It's gonna. Now I, as a shooting blue, I would be tempted for the raise. The only problem with the raise is you leave them the same shot.
The amount of curl here, that port's a mile wide.
Right.
Correct.
So if you put this on the broom, it should come right through the hole with the right weight.
Right. Now as a skip, I'm also as a skip. I know I'm wishing that the other side had been played, because coming around the other side, the outturn side now, that back rock is complete. That yellow rock that slid through is totally a backer. You can get it edge of the 4-foot with the outturn too.
You'd have to throw a bomb.
Well, that's the problem, right? You know,
We don't know the weight right now. That's
right?
the
If we
issue.
had played it, yeah.
This is just hanging out there too.
This is a little firmer than some of the previous shots.
Oh dear.
It's going to wreck.
Sweep it over. Yeah, I would have been sweeping that over just to make sure it gets out of the way of that raise, because that may be her last shot, depending on what Dawn does here. I always like to leave myself multiple options. I may not like them, but I like to have them.
A lot of rocks in play here for Melissa.
The nice thing is, yeah,
She shot in choice for putting another one in.
right. She's got 2 raises. They're pretty good.
Yep, 2 fairly easy raises. There's still a draw path.
Yep.
Dawn needs to get one in somewhere.
Yeah, the really good shot here.
Couple options. There's a draw, and you've got that run back. They're very short run back on the outside.
I was looking at that, but she'd have to put a lot of weight.
Or it's really not helping you. You could weekend off of it as well, since it's really not counting for you.
So here we go on the side that we were talking about.
The unknown land, the undiscovered country for all you Star Trek fans. There we go.
The tall grass, the frost, whatever you want to call it, right?
The weeds.
in the tall rough.
Oh, jeez.
So this will be first in speed probably.
Yes, it's going to be about 20 seconds.
22 second ice
Ugh.
at the best.
At best. Well, the good news is they do have people playing next to it, so it'll be slightly, hopefully, better than normal. Erlene Daly thinks, Erlene Pulio, Daly's her maiden name, thinks she's a little tight on line, and Erlene is correct, as usual. I've had her as my third for a few years, and Skip, and she is usually right.
And that weight was not too far off.
No, it was not.
Just a little bit tight on the line.
It's about 18 second ice there. See, that's the one thing I like about playing third rather as opposed to skip. Is as third you get at least to talk to other people. Skip, no. Not
Well,
so
I have a
much.
saying about skipping. I always say skipping is almost like curling.
It's true.
It is a little bit solitary, especially if the opposing skip is not very talkative.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, or I was going to say, I know.
Other positions, there's a lot of yakking going on.
Oh, yeah.
During the shot and after the shot.
Ooh, this is a nice raise possibility here. Nice. Keep it on line. Curling a little bit.
Might get a split here if you play this perfect.
I think that's what Liz is hoping for.
This would be a deuce, I think. Is it going to hang? No, we got to push that one back.
Oh, no.
Is it
Is
one
it
or two now?
They might have squeaked, got by with 2 here. Yep, they're kicking them.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was going to say about skipping is, there's no one to have a conversation with, like you said, except for the other, unless the other skip is feeling talkative. And then it was, yeah, sometimes, I have conversations with myself and they don't go very well.
Sometimes.
All the time. And the problem is somebody usually wins those arguments. And they're going down the fast side. Okay.
And this start of an end would be a great time to break down this other side.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, third end. Melissa Foote leads 2-1. Dawn Scheer with the Yellow Rocks will have the hammer this end.
And that's somewhat of an expected kind of score. Hammer take 2. Without, you take your 1. So she's going to be a little bit aggressive and hopefully put up that center guard. And it slides into the rings. Actually, it goes in the rings. That's not a slide. It's top 4. Dawn is taking that right out. Waste no time putting that broom down for Kimmy Acosta. Yep.
Looks like ice for about hack weight, and looks like what we got. Kim threw a nice weight
He's
on
starting to
that.
cut hard.
Don't think that'll be a problem.
Very nice. Oh, very nice, Kimmy. Nice little roll right to center.
She played a great game against me yesterday. Made some terrific shots.
Well, it was nice because on our Wednesday night league, my second, who was assigned, it was a pool of women in the chairs put together the teams. My second, her job duties changed, and I was without a second. So I was just calling subs, and then Kimmy's like, well, I can girl for you if you want. I said, that'd be awesome. So she is now, I guess now she's played the most game and she'll be the last player, so that makes her the player of record. And one thing she says at the beginning of the year is, I want to be on your team. Your wish is my command. All right. Hey, look at that. A takeout turned into a draw. Okay, rocks in play. I wouldn't resemble that remark, right, Roger?
Yep.
That's my self-deprecating humor right there.
I think the way the rocks are curling this year is, I think it's rewarding people to throw a little heavier weight than they might be used to straighten them out.
Oh, absolutely. You have
Yeah,
to.
they're nice when they curl, when you need them to get around stuff, but it's frustrating when you like to throw that nice down weight hit and they curl very hard.
Yep.
Makes it tough on the skips to
I
put the
know.
room in the right spot and call the line. And you have to know if you're going down weight for sure. If
Nice
You're
sweep,
throwing these
ladies.
rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Just guts it over.
Very nice, although it looks like Dawn is with hammer. He's looking to play for 1 with that center guard.
actually the proper weight, you can probably tap this right out.
I know you can.
That guard is so high, it almost doesn't exist.
And it's off center. It's I call them eye candy.
Yep, it's only covering a half a rock.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see it. It bugs you because it's in the way. But does it do anything? Yeah, not much.
Just throwing the freeze here.
Well, if it slows down, they might get a tap.
It's coming right over.
It's going to do what you said, Roger, I think.
Oh, what a pretty looking shot. Wow. Peggy Canine, what
Very
a
nice.
great shot.
And back it goes.
Lovely.
She's done that a few times.
I know. Usually against me.
I know, always.
Wow. And Dawn Shearer is asking for Monica Spath to do the same thing, taking a little less ice. She's put her broom down about where Peggy's rock went. Monica comes out some pretty good weight here.
Those knee sliders can.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
very jealous.
You know, that's a great thing about knee sliding is I was always a foot slider, but I know a lot of people in my class at bottom was part of the club. Oh, missed it by that much. At bottom was here really promoting the knee slide, and I was too, because they had their learning curve was much easier to climb, and they got much better results much sooner than I did. I mean, it took me a couple of years to really, be able to do anything.
Well, they look more comfortable
Yeah,
in the slide.
but the interesting thing is when you break it down, there's a lot of similar properties and mechanics to a knee slide as to a traditional slide. With the weight shift and the lining up and all that. There's a lot of similarities when you break down the basics.
This is looking like a nice guard. Very nice from Peggy.
Oh, whoa, not too close, ladies. Very nice. See, we can see the house from where we are, and we can see, more of a flat kind of angle. But it's, if something's out of the house, we can only guess at how far it is, because our overhead camera doesn't quite make that. And you can see that on the lower left of your screen is what we see on our monitor above our broadcast table. And we're coming down the unknown side here. Well, that's good. Arlene Pulio says it's got a lot of weight, which is good. It's kind of an unknown side.
And again, there's plenty of curl on both sides.
And she is just ticking the guard. That's a shame. You'd like to yellow, you want a bigger tick on that rock. Absolutely. The pro side of that is you crack it wide open if you're yellow. And again, one of the harder things of skipping is know which side to miss on. It's okay. You know, you can be tight to the broom here. It's okay. It's okay if you're a little wide of the broom here. And there's that whole positive reinforcement. Never tell anybody what you don't want them to do, because that's the last thing they'll hear.
Right.
Tell them it's okay to be X, Y, or Z. Looks like she might be on yellow.
This is curling.
It's going sideways, yep.
Got out in the weeds.
Yep. And the wall begins. Well, that
Gonna have to
yellow
start running or clearing something now.
and Arlene can certainly throw that kind of weight. She can throw it fairly accurately, so she's a good one to be throwing. I've had her do it for me. She's a perfect person to be asking that of. Dawn wants to come
Donna
around.
looking for the draw, though.
It is possible to outdraw a shot rock, but it's
It's
challenging.
You've got to vacuum by those two blue rocks.
Yep.
I mean, you have to have no space.
This is cotton.
And she's a little light. No, actually, she's just more of inside than
This might
light.
tap up that front.
Oh, it's going to the 8 foot.
It does.
Yikes.
So blue sitting now 3.
Yeah,
Yep,
now.
3 in.
And that's a tough rock. I'm trying to think. Well, those are tough rocks to get rid of now. Even with a run back, they're tough to get rid of. You might be able to.
You'd have to
Get
give
rid
it
of one and
time.
outcount the back one if you run in the yellow.
Right, run in the yellow, yep. And this is pretty good for Melissa. She's got blue rocks up front. We're breaking down the untraveled side. And Liz Cato knows enough. She's savvy enough to realize that. And hopefully she'll probably put a little more weight on this. No curl zone again.
Still wider than she went first time.
Yep, it's at no curl zone. Oh, but it's going now.
And just needed a couple more brooms of weight. That would have been
A nice biter.
solid buried.
Yep. Now I think you gotta run this yellow. Arlene is not like she's shaking her head. Arlene wants the yellow raise.
Yeah, she's going what we were talking about.
I think the easiest shot on the sheet is to raise that tight
Raise.
yellow right into the blues.
Yeah, raise the outturn yellow.
That cuts the damage down to 1 for starters,
That's where Arlene is
with 2
trying
more
to
rocks
tell
to
her.
go. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
All
Calling,
right.
calling for the run.
She's going to give pretty good weight here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's got to give bumper to this easily. Because she's got to move 3 rocks.
You want to make sure the back rock leaves. That's the main thing.
Ooh, it's floating. No. That needs to come up now. Well, let's see. Yeah, that needed to come up. Now, if I'm blue, gee, part of me likes to either a guard or a tap on the
Guard.
blues I have on mine. Yep.
I mean, if you locked one right there on top, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, little corner.
Set 4.
No corner freeze action. Yep, that's what Liz is pointing
Guard
out.
works too.
Yep. And again, this is one of those multiple shot opportunities.
Yep. You can guard, tap, or freeze. Any of those would be a good outcome.
Would be acceptable, absolutely.
And it'd be very hard for Dawn to remove more than 1, maybe 2 of those rocks at best.
Right. Now here's the thing is, do you do that or do you guard the draw path, knowing that if she hits your rocks, she can't get them both? Because if she gets in the draw path, if she draws behind you, you're kind of in a little bit of trouble. All right, oops, sorry about that. So we get a time on her rock. See how this side's running. because this should be up to speed
So is
by
she
now.
going for the guard?
I think she's tapping. I
Tapping,
think that
okay.
was the call.
I didn't see the call, so.
I played with Liz. She's calling for the tap.
It seemed like a lot of ice. for
And
the
she's
tap.
heavy again. It's in the no curl zone. I take it. Well, it doesn't need to be taken through. It's all there on its own.
It's going to slide right through.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn caught a little break there.
Yes, she did.
Opportunity for Dawn now to do a little damage control.
See, this is kind of an interesting perspective because I see you guys up here all the time looking out at us. This is much better.
I like it too.
'Cause I know what you guys are saying. Because the thing is, you got to be careful because, you know, those of us out there will go back and listen. And it's like, I know what they're going to say. Oh, they said it.
Why is she doing that?
It's like, oh, she's wide again. Oh, a little light. Oh, she got lucky there. Yep. Yeah, there's a saying, I'm sure, in most sports, it's better to be lucky than good. Well, I have the corollary for bad luck. I'd have none at all. Yeah.
Well, Dawn can throw some weight.
Oh, yes, she
I play
can.
with her on Wednesday, so she can do some nice takeout weight. So
Oh, yeah. She showed me whatever. She showed me a lot of stuff on a few Mondays ago. Yeah, I think I cried uncle after 6 ends. Not one of our better nights. But that's okay. We get to go enjoy beverages earlier.
Want to make sure you hit something here.
Yeah, that looks a little
well, she might give
outside.
her a little push.
She got might have the top of the blue one, but I don't think so.
That's just
No. Now, interesting. Would you try for the draw there first for practice for your second, or would you try to hit something first?
I think you have to remove, if you're Dawn, you have to
Yeah.
remove
You gotta
the
remove
rocks
something?
with your, you got to cut down the damage first and
Then try your draw.
then throw your draw. That way, if the draw's missed and it's a tough draw, then you're dropping one.
Right. Now you see some of these games that it's like, well, here's an opportunity to try the draw, because I know I'm gonna throw it on my second draw.
The downside is if you miss the first draw, you're drawing against 4.
Right.
And if you make the hit successful, you're drawing
Drawing
against 1.
One or two. Right. It's in the no curl zone. No, as soon as I say it's in the no curl zone, it goes sideways.
This may go around back 4.
Maybe what Dawn was trying to do.
Right.
Uh-oh, it might be in the open. It is in the open. And it is Dawn's out for the end.
Well, it's very smart they took that back, realizing it was
Yes.
heavy.
yeah, because we can't hardly see it.
They completely buried it, and it's far enough back that freezing to it is probably not shot rock anymore.
No, it is, but it is only giving up 1 instead of 4.
So Dawn now has to replicate that shot, try to stop T-line for a shot. If you come to the back one, you limit the damage. You need to count out some rocks here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But she's seen the draw path.
Yeah, this is the side they've
So
all
you-
been playing on.
Yeah,
So.
pretty
Or
much.
you can go to school on the last shot. You saw the ice, and you saw the weight, and you saw the amount of curl.
All right, so one of your favorite. You know, what did you say yesterday when I got to the hack? I couldn't even see the rock. It was
Yep.
on Saturday.
Yep.
It was still a good shot. And these are the fun shots when you're throwing at something you can't even see, which is shouldn't make a difference anyway. You should be throwing at the broom.
Well, you should always take a look from the hack because sometimes it looks a bit different. Shots that look. When I skated down for that shot, the shot in the house looked really easy. When I got to the hacks, I could see about 1/8 of a rock.
Well, this is looking pretty nice. The
This
weight.
looks really good.
This looks like it's got
You
a
just
nice
gotta make sure you get it
chance.
Get by
Buy.
those front blue.
Buy that blue.
Oh my goodness, Dawn! What a great shot.
Saving the bacon.
Oh,
Good job,
very
Skipper.
Nice.
Good job of damage control on that end. Drawing against 4. Manages to limit the damage to a steal of 1.
I thought you were going to reference that one game where it looked hard in the house and got down to the hack, and you're like, oh, that looks so easy. Yeah, we'll do the other one. I'm like, Okay.
Yeah, that one looked impossible from the house.
It did.
It looked dead easy from the hack, so you always have to take a second look sometimes. Well, steal of one for Melissa Foote.
No,
She takes
no,
a
Dawn.
three.
Oh, yeah. Melissa stole one.
Yep, takes a 3-1 lead, but great damage control by Dawn in that end. Drawing against 4 with her last rock.
Now,
Almost made a good one there.
does Dawn do the mixed doubles? Is she part of the mixed doubles crew?
I think they did one
They filled in. I think.
half. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's playing in the next half, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we have a pickup game on sheet 2 of mixed doubles. Or they're not mixed.
Yes.
It's a women's doubles.
Women.
just,
yeah,
just
women's.
doubles. Just doubles.
Just
yes.
doubles. And you get some skills going on. My 2-member Empire State team are over on 6. You know, doing some skills stuff. I should probably be out there doing my skills, but that's okay.
Certainly for those interested, I think there's still 2 openings in the mixed doubles league, and
I'm already signed up.
It is a great way to practice your draw weight because it is really a draw bump game
Yep.
with an occasional heavyweight shot thrown in just for flavor.
I'll pass on those hot pepper flakes. Thank you very much.
It is interesting.
It is tremendously fun. The strategy is more
Strategy.
complicated than you think after playing it now for a year and a half and playing some teams from outside our club. And it's a ton of fun, and it's a very active, fast-paced game.
Although I've been told my rocks will not be swept.
They won't.
That's what I heard at the table yesterday.
And congratulations to you, Roger, for winning the league.
Oh, he
Thanks.
bailed us out. I cannot tell you.
No, the league, the mixed doubles.
Oh,
league.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, I have a great partner, so
She's not even. Well, I'll have to tell her when to listen in.
that first rock in mixed doubles is so important, and I think I gave up throwing that first rock after about 2 weeks. And I punted it to my partner, my wife, so she's been great at it. She throws first and last. We changed about 2 weeks in, we never switched back.
And that's really cool because, you know, sometimes you got to know it's not
Go with
working.
it.
Oh, it was definitely not working the night we switched. We switched in the middle of the game.
Oh, you can do that.
Yep, you can. You can switch
Wow.
every end in mixed doubles.
Because I know in regular curling, can you?
Yep, it's not only allowed, it's encouraged.
I mean, in like even in a regular curling match, yeah, I guess you can. I've just never have.
Yeah, so mixed doubles is a different animal. I predict it'll become very popular after the Olympics this year when it makes its debut.
Well,
Especially if the American teams do well.
oh, the Hamiltons, right?
Yep. I don't know who's in. They haven't done the Olympic trials yet. They'll certainly be in contention for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know here at the club it's gotten very popular.
It's very surprising. At many other clubs, the mixed doubles has kind of languished or they've gotten tired of it, but it's been pretty much filled every league. And we run it both halves, so
Oh, Kimi Akasa's got a nice rock coming down just a couple feet short there.
had to go wide to get around that corner guard.
Yep. A little more weight, and that's brings up an interesting point. When you're going out wide for these draws, your sweepers have to understand that if you're going out wide in a not well-used draw path, that rock, if they're doing intervals or interval timing or rock timing, that rock will be slower because it has to go on a longer path. You've got to throw it a little more to get to the button. As opposed to, say, curling inside the 4-foot lines where more of your rocks, 4 foot in where more of your rocks may be going. And I've
A little short.
a little bit. I've explained this to my sweepers, and they kind of look at me like, what? It's like, just watch. And then they see it, and they're like, oh, okay. I thought I heard my name, but oh.
Pile of rocks building up front.
Dawn is electing for the takeout of the blue guard, which is a good call. As long as the shooter rolls away one way or the other, preferably away. I don't know if you're going to get to the rings at all at this height with any kind of weight. Might be able to.
Probably Good idea to get rid of this center guard. It's
That's what she's trying, but they need to sweep it to catch it.
cutting off a
Look
draw
like a
path.
tremendous amount of weight, though.
Yeah, I think she's raising it in. She's not taking.
So-
Oh, she's raising it behind cover.
Now, the good news is it opened up a draw path.
Yes, it did. And actually, it's almost open on the other side the way the ice is curling. Okay. Yeah, I think one of the most hardest lessons I've learned as skipping is the pacing and when to take which shot. I still don't always get it right. But one of the things I learned is you actually, one of the common mistake that beginning skips make is they come into the house too soon. You do have to set up guards.
Or
If you
come too deep too soon is another
Yes.
way to mess things up.
Oh,
This is
this is
actually
Oh,
Lovely.
Peggy,
Wow.
she's lights out today.
that's a very nice
What a
shot.
great shot.
Wow.
From up here, it didn't look like that was ever going to get.
No, it
When
looked
she
like it was
said
going to
bump it up.
crash, and sweepers held it the right weight. Beautiful
Wonderful.
shot. We've been joined by our erstwhile commentator, Dave Craig Nolan, is lurking behind us. I'm sure he'll be taking over for our esteemed Presidente as soon as he has to depart shortly for a league draft.
Oh, he does too, so
Oh well, I guess
we'll
guess
both
the
be departing.
I guess the men are abandoning us.
Hey, too, Brute.
Yeah.
Yes, and the
For
the-
those of us listening, the men are having the draft for their Wednesday night league in a few minutes.
which means
Everybody's
So
busily,
expect those phone calls.
busily scurrying over their draft list.
which
Yeah.
which means what did I say? The adults are going to leave the children's table to work and have fun.
Oh, you need to stay on this, guys.
This has a chance of being really good if it doesn't bounce.
They're dragging it.
Well, they are.
They are dragging it.
Second
Little
Great
bounce.
shot.
It's just a tiny
Nice shot
bounce.
by Monica.
Well, the good news is you hit what you see, it's gone, and you've got a great center guard. You got a rock, nice center rock, not deep at all. And a rock in a really good position. And Dawn will be forced to deal with it. It'll be difficult to come around. But Liz needs to make sure we hit this first. Wow, this is really starting to curl. They really got to go. Oh, my.
And hit the blue one first, and that took all
Yup.
the energy off and poked up the yellow rock to be shot position.
Yeah, that was
That was a lot of curl for that weight.
That was.
yeah, that was bumper. That was hack to bumper easily. Moved a whole bunch of rocks. Well, we did see that all over the weekend.
Oh yeah, even the peels were curling. It was very frustrating to call the peels. Even with up weight, it's curled more than you were expecting on about where the corner guards were.
Yeah, it's like you're hauling locker room weight. It's like it's curling. I don't know where to put the broom.
I think Dawn's calling a little tap here.
That's a good idea. As I like to tell my teams, I'm just guessing here. I think this is going to be a better shot. This may over curl right behind the corners.
Oh, it's coming up as a guard.
They're sweeping for all they can. Yep, it is a guard. That's too bad. I get it. Oh, a little tick there would have been nice for yellow, but
It might have stopped earlier and let it check up on the center line. At least cover that shot stone. It's now at least half open.
I would say.
Probably 3/4, I guess, from our camera vantage point.
I would say same shot, but as all curlers know, it's one of the most dreaded shots in curling, like the open draw and the open hit. Same shot. I think the
Well, I think the most difficult shot in curling is any shot that starts with the word just.
it's true. That's very true.
Or all you have to do is.
Oh
Yes,
dear, this one's
right.
tracking a little.
Oh,
That one's not coming over, is it?
Yeah, it might have been a release issue because that certainly took a different path.
Well, she said she was going to give her more broom,
Mm.
which I think the first broom would have been fine because there's no rocks in the way, and the path was still very adequate.
So an opportunity for Dawn, if she can split one under and roll away,
And it's totally
would
there.
be absolutely perfect. So
What, hit quarter rock, third of a rock, you think?
half rock would be perfect with just T-line weight. Squirt this one behind cover and try to get your other one at least away.
Well, I'm thinking under that other corner.
If you can get them both under the corner, that would be
That would be
ideal. That would
Olympic
be ideal.
shot.
Arlene's certainly someone who can do it. This is a little tight for that
Curling.
line.
Looks like they gotta
She
stay
might be
this.
on the guard.
It's light.
She's on the guard. The one that, the first one she just threw there. But they're
It'll
gonna,
guard her center stone there.
It's going to open up the other side.
yeah, that's a tricky side though. There's not a
It's
lot.
a very tight port. I'm looking at it on our camera from above the sheet. And with the amount of curl we have, that might be a little challenging to get through.
And the wreck is a high side. You don't want to wreck that yellow low. You want to tick something on the,
You'd have to throw a ton of weight here, I think, to get
oh
through
my
the
goodness,
hole.
yeah. You'd have to throw locker room weight.
It's a backward stagger, number one.
Yep.
It'd be a lot easier if you're coming the other way at that stone, but you can't. You have to come with the outturn here, and it's going to be really tough. So, you know, this curl, I think, is not navigable. I think you're going to wreck on the blue or the yellow.
Right, that's what I'm saying is it's probably better to wreck on the upper blue
Yep.
than the yellow because the yellow might wreck into that other yellow and spin in, which is what you don't want.
If you want to get rid of that yellow rock, I think your best option is to run the guard.
Just run it. Yep.
Yep. If you run the guard back, that's the easiest.
It's actually doubleable.
Yep. And if you miss it, it opens up a shot at it. But
Melissa's opting to draw around. Because
there's a beautiful draw path to the button.
and that's her strength. She likes. I know she likes the draws and the taps.
You can easily get shot rock in behind.
Because I know Melissa's one of those mixed doubles participants.
Yep. And a very good one.
So I know, it sounds like draw is kind of like right in her wheelhouse there. And Peggy.
The pro side about this shot is even if you don't get shot rock here, you'll cut off a usable draw path for Dawn to get her second stone in. Make this perfect. You may get shot rock and be difficult to remove.
You could bury pretty nice. If you skinny by that top yellow there that was just bounced. I guess that'd be the 6 rock. And she's a little tight on line. She's light.
This is still that slow side.
It's just tight. It's going to raise.
Dawn might get a break here.
Oh, she does.
And that's a freebie.
Right down.
That is a freebie. The weight was pretty good. Just she was either tight on the line or we needed more line. Not really sure.
Well, they had the broom out pretty wide.
Well, we've curled on the sides. Sometimes the joke is, can I step into your sheet? I need more line.
Well, to get around that tight center, I think you've almost got to be middle or even further out on the 12-foot.
Yep. Well, you're sitting 2. I think you block off the draw path here.
Even if she's heavy and taps.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, there's really not much of a draw path as it is.
Put a rock right there, I think.
Yep. Okay.
Retired life.
I know. I'll never know what it is.
Me either.
It's lovely.
I didn't see what Dawn called here.
She's calling, I think, the guard or the tap.
Okay.
Pretty much what we got diagrammed.
Looks a little tight.
It looks a little tight on line. She may, if she's not careful, she's going to open this up, or she's going to raise blue in. It's curling a ton. She's going to move blue in and open it up. Whoa, are you
And
kidding me?
Raised it for a
Goodness.
shot.
Hold on, to quote that TSN announcer, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Wow. The curling gods giveth and the curling gods taketh away.
And that rock is not gettable.
Not at all.
You'd have to play the same raise to get it out.
Right. Yeah, what do you do if the ice is so curly? I mean, where do you put this rock? Where do you put the broom?
I don't know. Is there a path? Could Dawn come down this path?
I'm looking
There
at that.
might be.
Catch a piece?
I think there is.
You
I would
might
try
be
it.
able to with back 12 weight.
Well,
So I think they've got to cover that path. They have to block the
Yes.
center line, I think.
well, you know, you've got hammer. You're sitting 2 and 3 at this point. Assuming the path were still open, I would try for it. You've got nothing to
She can't hurt anything.
nothing to
No,
lose.
it's your only shot, I think. Just need to move it about a foot.
Yeah. Yeah, but you also don't want to move that yellow guard that was just thrown, because then that'll open up a path for an easier tap. There's that difficult shot. Just up.
So she's out wider. I think this might just stay out.
I think it's going to stay out.
This was well wide.
I don't think that's one. That one. Well, the only thing it's doing is
Getting past the hog line.
pretty much. You know. Yeah, it does. Okay, I wasn't sure there for a moment.
All right, so now we get to see if this shot
If
actually
Dawn
works.
tries this.
I think it's
Worth a try.
there.
I don't think you hurt yourself.
You're
She
talking
can't
about
hurt herself.
if you go up the center line there, you're only talking about 2 feet of curl. The only real question is you've got to get by the top 2 guards. I think if you get by those, you're good.
Think with the broom in the middle of that leftmost rock.
Yeah, maybe put the broom in the crotch of those 2 rocks just off center line.
I was
Might be
thinking
the
a
right
little
spot.
more than that for
Little
the
more?
weight. Little smidge more.
Somewhere in there has got to be the right path, right? Coming up.
Somewhere in there. That's always a trick, now, isn't it?
It should go.
It should.
Well, I always tend to call a little wider ice simply because I throw a little lighter than you do.
Well, you're going to have to throw this one pretty light, I think, to get through the hole. I think it can't be any more than
Michelle, wait.
back 8, back 12.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess
But I don't
we
even
had a
think they're
legendary
looking
curler
at
here by
that.
the name of Finland, and his takeouts were just enough to get the rocks to
There
go
you
through
go.
the house. It was called Finland weight.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, we got some commentators. Oh, Dan
No, Dan
Pearson.
Pearson's
Hey,
in.
Dan. How you doing? Glad to know you're listening. And thanks, Phil, for letting us know about the audio and the video.
I don't even know if they're looking at it.
Oh, I think no. Oh, Orleans are totally looking at
Early
it.
and
Okay.
just saw it.
Yeah, because when she went back to the hog line, I wasn't sure.
And you know, and I've.
Yeah, and
We've-
they're discussing it exactly what we were thinking about, that the
There
right
it
weight,
goes.
that'll go.
All right, there you go.
See,
Put
that's
the
a-
berm
wow,
down. You
I
got
would.
it,
That's a
Dawn.
lot of ice. That might work for her weight.
Well, that amount of ice will work depending on the weight you're throwing. If you're
Right.
just throwing back 4 weight, that may work. That's 4 feet.
Yeah, I just personally, me throwing this,
I would want to throw a little more.
I don't want to pansy
It
it.
will curl more
Yeah,
with less weight. So
yeah, I wouldn't want to pansy this rock. Because with the curl and the lighter weight, it's going to take off, and then
You
it's
do have
gone.
to move this rock about a foot. I'd like back 12, back
Mm-hmm.
house weight. Even hack would work, I think, if you have tight enough broom.
Yeah.
I think she called back 8. So
Okay, that's close, I think.
And actually, you know what? She could get something out of it. She could go buy that rock on the center line and tick it in for shot if she's a little wide.
If you're right, exactly. If it undercurls, you may be able to spill in one of those stones.
Yep.
So as long as you get through the hole, I think something good will happen here.
Mm-hmm.
Key shot for Dawn Shearer here in last rock, fourth end.
She's come with a lot of weight here. I think this is more than was
More than
called.
was
Yeah, it looks
called.
like
But if
board.
he hits us on the nose, she hits us on the nose.
I think she's got a plan B in operation here.
Well, up. She's going to hit something.
Be a little thin, I
I
think.
think it's a little shallow, yeah.
That was a nice try,
Oh.
though, Dawn.
And a steal of one.
That almost, I don't think that would have pushed him in for two. I think the blue rock was too much in the way. But
So after four ends,
it's,
Melissa Foot 4, Dawn Shearer 1.
Yep.
Dawn will have the yellow rocks here in the fifth end and the last rock. I'm going to have to leave you to do the rest of the game.
No.
I'll join you back when we're done with our draft.
It'll take
good
about.
Shut things down.
You guys are pretty fast. You guys are like,
We'll see.
yeah. Y'all, you've
We
all
have, we have
figured
one
it
person
out.
calling in from China, so we'll see how that works out.
Oh well. Oh boy. Yeah. Good luck with
Well,
that.
is he calling in on time?
That's an open question. You may know the answer already.
I think we do.
Well, good luck in your draft.
So Brenda and Michelle, take it over.
Thanks,
and,
Roger.
if you have any technical issues, just give me a shout. I think we're good to go.
All right. Thanks a lot. Now the adults are away. The children can take over. No, just kidding.
You can telestrate if you want.
Ooh. I've
Escape to a race.
I've got the telestrator.
Gave you the power.
No. All right.
Yeah. No. So far, no.
There we go. I swing that to my other side. No, I'm not knocking my microphone into Brenda. All right. Let's see what we have happening here.
Well, came down a little heavy on our first shot there. Looks like this one might go right down to the back of it.
It's overcurling a little bit. Let's see what we got. We call those ones clingers, spiders, nibblers. I call them trippers because you
Yes.
forget they're there. You're walking around the back of the house and, oh, you find it.
I hate them.
Oh, I know. And of course, when the one skip doesn't sweep it all the way out, the other skip glares and goes, really? You couldn't get it all the way out. Okay, this could be a nice looking stone from Cindy Whittish. Her second lead rock of the fifth end. It's coming over right to Melissa's broom. Nice.
Just a hair.
Just snuck in there to the top 8 foot. I guess it's getting kind of fast down that line. I'm going to have to get a time on it. But the last time I got a time on the draw, it went through the house. So it,
Well, this is that one side they've been playing all
I
night.
know.
So.
I really know how fast it is. Because I like me the fast ice. You know, some people like it slower, you know, because they throw heavier. I am not one of them. This is
cutting.
This is definitely a draw. So she's
Oh,
gonna
I don't know
tap.
what that did. That looks
Just
like it took
a
off. and then-
little sideways. Yup.
And that's not a bad thing. It gets that guard out of the way.
Oh, absolutely. Gets it off center line. Yeah, it's like 24-second ice at least. That was more of a backline hack takeout weight because you got 2 rocks moving.
That still came over quite a bit for that weight.
All the rowdy men are coming in. You know, for the Sims, for their ladder draft. Peggy Canine is being asked to take out this rock that Kimmy Acosta left. All right, she's waiting for the sweep call, which is going to come any moment now.
This may jam on that bad blue. And it
And it
kicks it out.
clean house, which frankly is Melissa being up 3 rocks. That's not a bad way
Not
to
a
be.
bad thing.
Not at all. All right.
think getting rid of that?
I think we want to, right now we're down 3. It's in the middle. We're in the middle game. It's time to get rocks in play. You're down. Rocks in play are your friends, even if they're your opponent's rocks, because you can use them to tap. You don't take them out because if you have hammer, then they're catchers for you at the end. And I love backers. So Monica's asked to do a corner freeze on this top blue rock. I couldn't see when it crossed the hog line, so
Kimmy thinks it's light though. She's right on it.
yeah. Yeah, Kimmy does pay a lot of attention. I've noticed she's one of those girls who really wants to learn and
Well, this is looking
very
fairly-
engaged.
really
She's
nice.
great. It does. It's just gotta get there.
Keep sweeping, ladies. You got
All the
it.
way, ladies. It's looking really nice. Oh, what a nice shot from Monica
Great
Spath.
shot, Monica.
It's 24-second ice.
Wonderful sweep.
He's coming back. All right, and we're back. And she's calling the come around or center guard.
Come around.
Yep.
This is gonna stay out, I bet.
Yeah, no curl zone. But actually, this is more of a late curl zone. It curls, but it curls just after the hog line. But it's a little heavy, I think. Or not. It seems to be checking up nice.
Dawn's really got to go. Get it out.
Well, you know, part of me thinks, again, when you're behind,
That's not a bad thing.
you know,
Right.
rocks behind tee of your opponent are not the worst thing in the world. Because you can stack on them. Yeah, you might stack to 1, but 1 is better than none. I think Monica's being asked to come down to that rock. And Erlene is saying this rock is a lot more weight than her first. Or perhaps a lot more weight than is needed. I'm going to say a lot more weight
Maybe
than
this
is
will
needed.
tip the front yellow there.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing if it does.
Oh,
it just, and you can't.
just missed.
And the only way you sweep for that is if you do a little directional sweeping and you have your one sweeper push it toward the rock you need to hit.
If they're a strong sweeper, I believe.
Yeah, there's
have to
strength
be.
and there's you have to know how.
Right. And you don't have to know how.
Right, and you know we've been doing that. I've been teaching my teams that, and I like to think that it works. And hopefully, I believe she'll want this to come up short, maybe top 8. Liz Cato's waving her off, saying, no, it's got plenty.
This is going to come over nice.
It does look nice. I think she is going to get the bounce.
Wow. What'd that come over? 4 feet anyway.
Oh my
More.
gosh, at least.
Magnetic force in front of that.
Well, Erlene can, Erlene can hit those,
Yeah.
and the yellow will stay, the back blue goes. And that yellow might actually spin in a little bit
She
from
may
the
be
center.
saving that though, you think? For
She may. Hey, she got the rock almost, almost all the way out at the 8 foot. So we're looking at,
starts it's gonna curl.
yep, she's looking
Here it
at
comes.
at least 4 feet of curl from to the center line.
Here it comes.
So wait,
Get it
Oh.
by, ladies. Get it by.
she's
Oh.
not by. She's just a little light, just a smidge light, about 4 feet light. I think that would have got. That's the right line, but now they've got to go out even wider because they're stacking up the rocks in the path. Yep. she's taking a lot. She's taking at least a foot and a quarter more ice than Dawn gave Erlene, which means it could be a little slower. It could also be in this no curl zone. I don't know if you noticed that this weekend. Is you get out a certain, you get out that certain amount. It's reluctant to curl in, but if you get inside that line, it just, as we've seen, those rocks just take off, and there's no saving them.
Point of no return.
Yeah, exactly.
This is going to cut again. Wow.
Wow.
All right. We got
But
the-
it is certainly a wall.
It's a very colorful wall.
It is. It's a very.
That's something you would do in kindergarten.
Yeah, but blue is sitting too.
Blue, yellow, blue, yellow.
Yeah. They make green, right? There are clubs that have green rocks and green circles. I still think that's
Rochester, I believe, is one. They have green and purple rings.
this year I haven't seen it.
Not this year, but they've in the past.
I know the country club. I was juniors coach there 10 years ago. Had green rings. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. Green. Okay, so Dawn's out even farther than
She's gotta
Melissa
give
was.
this a little something, and hopefully
So she's
it will curl.
she's less. I mean, I don't know, 8 inches in from the edge of the 12 foot. So that's like
Girls are right on it right away.
really hard. See, she's trying to do some directional sweep, and I like it. They're both on the one side trying to push it and get it around those rocks. Oh, it's a nice shot from
Almost
Erlene.
down to that backer.
Oh, great shot, Erlene. Not sure who's shot here. I think it's blue still. I believe it is blue by just a little bit.
It's hard to tell, like you said,
It
with our
is.
angles.
It is, but I think it's blue. Of course, with everything I've been saying in this broadcast, it's not going to curl and it curls, so I'm probably wrong about this too. Which does not make me the best third, because I can never, the close rocks I can't tell. But I tell all my thirds, but it's, measure it. I don't care if it's obvious. If you are unsure, you measure.
I agree.
I mean, we had one the other day.
I did too.
It was the other skip said, "Oh, it's out. Don't worry about it." And the end was over. We counted the ones we knew, and I said the other third. I said I want to put the biter bar on it, and it was way in. And I'm like, that's why you measure.
That's right.
And it could look in, it could be out. You don't know that. The farther out you get in the rings, the farther out, the more uncertainty grows.
Especially when they're far away from each other too.
Yeah, it's like,
Just be safe. Only takes a minute.
right, you can spend 2 minutes going around and around trying to measure. Trying to, I don't
Look
know.
at it.
I don't know. Get the stick. Okay, Melissa's going to do a similar shot as Dawn. As
She's
Erlene.
trying to come right in.
Yeah, no, she's, I believe Liz was pointing at that rock like she wanted her to tap it. So Melissa's
4
explaining
foot
that,
would be perfect here.
oh yeah,
Dawn couldn't get to it.
well, this could bury easily with the right weight. But then the safe thing is she's got backing. And, sometimes I would sweep. Yep, absolutely. Looks a little light, maybe? No. Just needs to move. It's not
This is
moving.
Staying out.
The weight was great. She's, oh, that's a lovely shot.
All right, so that definitely took Dawn out of.
Yeah,
The
there's no
question.
question. Yes, exactly.
So blue is still sitting 1.
But she had a beautiful weight, and it did not curl like Erlene's did. Just a little. Dawn's husband Joel is sitting up here with us watching his. I would like to hopefully say inspiring his wife to curl better, to her best.
Well, if she sits on her own back there, she'll definitely be shot.
Absolutely.
She really has to try for the 4 foot here.
Hitting that blue is just kind of dangerous.
I would say save that for later. I would say get in the house before Melissa does.
Yeah, I would.
And anything after that is a bonus.
And that's what Erlene is pointing at. She's like, just throw the same shot.
She's got the backer.
Yep.
She's heavy,
Right?
but she's seen the path.
I mean, no one wants to be heavy, but, we're all not going to make the perfect shot 100% of the time. So,
But she really has to get in there and make
Yes.
Melissa do something.
Yes. And you know, she doesn't have any good. The races up front are not very good for really either team, because the way the ice is curling, it's hard to get a good angle on them.
Why mess with it?
Although blue probably has the best, simply because their rock is the farthest out. But here we go, and Arlene is now at the edge of the 12-foot for line, and we'll see if it curls with the weight Dawn's going to throw. So here we go. First skips rocks.
Kimmy right on it.
She's keeping her eyes on it. It's again in that.
It's not going to curl.
Wow, it is really in that no curl zone, isn't it?
Girls got to get it at least to the house.
Well, yeah, they're going to try to make something out of nothing, which is good. Always stay with the rock, because you never know.
It's just very frosty out there, so.
Yeah. And you know, if you get a little inside that line, it's going to fall off the mountain and just head right toward the house. Yeah, with all the spectators, you got to go right to the 4-foot. All those
You
rocks.
just.
You just.
All you got to do is.
All you And the funny part is, we who have been curling longer realize the humor in that, but we say it to our newer curlers to, you know, to say, hey, it's okay, you just did it. You did it before, you can do it again. We mean that as encouragement, but when we hear it, we roll our eyes, going, oh boy. I don't know how many times I've ever done the same shot twice in a row. I think I know I did it once. I know I've missed twice in a row once.
I've done it twice in a row on the bad side.
Oh,
yeah. We do it more than we should.
we do the bad side more than we do the good side. At least I do. And the thing is, you do this long enough, and I just start. I know exactly the ones I'm talking about, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
So Melissa's going to try to come in. She said, I was a little inside. I'm going to give it a little more. Mine looks close. I might sweep now.
Yeah, the weight looks. I don't know. Well, she came out a little slow. But
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's not. It's in that sludgy zone there, isn't it? It's trying to check up.
definitely down to the yellow.
Oh, right in the hole. Wait. Oh, lovely shot. She is sitting 2. Wow, I never thought I would get that far.
Dawn's just got to come down to that blue, take her one.
Well, do the same. Follow her down. The other fun shot. Follow her down.
Arlene saw where the broom was, so.
That's right, and that's actually very important as a, as a skip or a third. Is it's not enough to watch your own team. Even though nobody may deliver the same, you can still observe the path of the rocks and see what they do. Okay, so here is final skips rocks from Dawn Shearer. Hoping to take a point in this end and prevent Melissa from stealing 2. The way those rocks are positioned, she's probably going to do this. She'll do the same thing with one single rock. Sweepers are on it for line.
This is looking pretty nice here.
It's starting to cut a little bit. I think she's
Come
on the blue.
Girls. Come on, girls, you got
I
it.
think she's on the blue.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Just that, it's that line. You get inside, it cuts. You get outside, it takes a while.
Looks like a steal of 2 from Melissa.
That's what I think, but we'll know in a few moments.
I don't think that front yellow, no.
No. Oh, no. That back blue is fully way in. But, again, there's lots of rocks around, so sometimes it helps to get rid of a few so you can see them.
So, Into our sixth
Sixth end.
It's 6-1.
Death, what I call these like tiny ends, these ones and twos, is death by water torture. You know, drip, 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 drip.
But anything can happen in curling, so
Oh yeah,
Dawn needs to just stay focused. and
totally. Anything can
Just
happen.
keep swimming.
Like that little salmon, just keep swimming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes those lucky shots can come
Oh
your way.
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, they can. Okay, she's asking Cindy for center guard, which again is gonna slide in. Close. Although to be honest, you're up 5. Sliding into the house is not a bad.
Not a bad thing. It forces them to do something about it.
It
you know?
it doesn't. It what I call this is like bait.
It
you
is
know,
bait,
You
yep.
know, take it. Corner guard.
Well, this is nice. I gotta
It's
sweep
gonna
it.
Oh, it's lovely. Gotta go. It's gonna over curl though. There you go. Nice throw by Kimmy Acosta. Nice weight. Dawn called the broom. Well done. Team shot. Those are good. And Melissa's asking Cindy to remove the yellow rock in the house. Cindy's coming with a lot of weight, but not as much as might be needed. So it's going to curl.
This is gonna curl.
We're listening to the shed audio, and oh dear, that overcurled. Yeah, Cindy had some soft weight on that.
So a little break there for Dawn.
Yep.
Put another
Melissa
one in.
called. No, I mean yes, sweep. Or it's one of my favorite calls. Yes, all the way up.
We noticed that with the Canadian trials last night. They do that.
What? Yes, all the way up.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's
Line
funny.
looks great. Sweet.
It's all there. Up. It's all there. Sweep.
Oh, this looks good.
This
Up
looks
girls.
a little
Yeah.
toasty.
Yeah, they're sweeping it. She wants us to stay around.
Oh, you certainly do. It.
It's gonna.
I think
check.
it's sliding through,
Oh no.
but just.
Oh, I don't know why they swept that unless it was on their other yellow.
They might have. It might have been a little weight, hoping to get maybe a little tick. What's interesting is on a curling sheet, when it curls very hard from the outside in, it tends to be straight from the inside out. And we
I
saw
hate
that.
the inside out.
I love it. You know, and a lot of women don't,
I don't.
but I call it for my team, and it drives them nuts. But the good news is they do it, and then they realize, and they make them. They start making them, and they realize, you know, they're not so bad. And we actually did a lot of them yesterday because outside in just curled so darn much. You know, even with huge manly weight. Well, my weight's, forget about it. But we'd call inside out, and it worked great. Worked fantastic. This looks good.
This looks really nice.
Right, Peggy
Peggy's
Kineen
doing
has
lights
removed
out
the rock.
today.
She really is. A nice roll away. Now a nice shot here would be to freeze on that rock or draw behind it. You gotta get rocks in the house to score some points. Which is one of the ironies of curling is when you're down, you're being asked to throw the harder shots.
Correct.
You know, it's
And the
like,
freeze is one of the hardest ones you can do.
absolutely. Just a freeze.
All you gotta do is come down to it.
That's right. And I always tell my team when I have hammer, it's okay to be in the house. Because one thing, they'll kill you in hammer if somebody leaves a high guard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thank goodness I have long hair because I've torn enough of it out. All right, this looks like a little more weight maybe. Nope, it's coming down. Airlanes are very good. Yep. Oh,
Yeah, they
yeah.
gotta stay on this.
They gotta go on this one.
Come on, girls. Monica throwing a lovely shot here.
This could be all right. Get it real close, make it hard to remove for the blue team. Weight was really close.
Really nice.
I think it looked like she came pretty close to the broom.
I thought so.
Okay.
Maybe a little
Now-
too much ice.
Could be. And if it's a shot you haven't thrown, you don't know it.
Right. So
I'm just guessing
slow
here.
side again.
Yeah. They played it quite a bit last den, so I think it's come up. Now, I personally would be removing this yellow rock. I would not want to be leaving this around.
No. Especially since Peggy just did that lovely takeout on her last shot.
I know.
It's hard to go from a takeout to a draw.
Yeah, it is. But this is not bad.
It might like bump Donna here.
But the nice thing is, it's in a good position to.
Oh, it does. It bumps her right up for shot rock now.
But here's the problem. Dawn has to she has to sit 1 and 2.
Yep.
Now, again, I would prefer sitting 1 and 2 separated.
Separated.
And
yeah.
just that way you chase this rock over here, say on the open side. And then you've got that second rock in your back pocket is your little safety rock. And you just keep playing to the open side, and then when all's said and done, you've got your 2. As long as you keep playing the successful, hit game with the open side. Elaine thinks the weight is close.
The weight is nice. It's just not curling. And here it comes.
Well, it's not curling. Oh, I see why. Monica tends to put a little extra rotation on her rocks. A little extra rotation.
Nice weight, though.
Beautiful weight. Tends to take a
Very
bit of the
nice.
curl out of it. So maybe a little less rotation that probably would have just, slid right in behind those corners. I think you bang that. I like the fun shots. I think banging that top blue might get them both. It could, or at least one, and it would pop the other out in the open, possibly. Hard to tell the angles from here. Yes, one of my curling buds is sitting right here, and I'm looking at her,
This is not going to come over.
talking to her about that blue stone. And
Just might. Oh, it's going to chip it a hair, but
it's trying. Got a piece. Ah, nice shot, Liz. Ella, curling gods are smiling. You got enough of it. Good job. Of course, my girlfriend sitting next to me, she likes to hit stuff too, so she's doing that. No. So she's like, "Did you say my name?" I said, "No." The men are getting rowdy. They're right here. So Dawn is asking Erlene to draw behind all the rocks in the corner. Basically to do Monica's shot, but just bury it a little more.
came out a little narrower than Monica's.
Yeah. Yes, you're right, she did. And lighter too. This will work out well for yellow
Yes.
because it. No, you can. It's still there.
It's still there.
That's still all there. I like to see granite fly. So.
Well, if she did that, blue would be 1-2.
Yeah,
Really put the
it's a really good place to
Yeah.
be.
really
Granted,
would force Dawn to.
right, she really's got to make that draw. Oh, she's got all sorts of weight, ladies. No. All sorts of weight.
Wow.
And that's, it's,
Dawn's still sitting the 1.
yep. And who knows, maybe Melissa's saving the hit for herself. I mean,
Maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
maybe. I know I do.
Oh, you want to do the superstar?
No, it's just they're fun. And it depends. Although if I've got like a throw like Erlene or Liz, you bet I'm having her, throw those big weights. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because they're just fun.
I always say you can't leave Erlene a draw, so She's so good at it.
I think she's tracking a similar line as Liz just threw, although she might tick on her yellow here.
Ticking a roll wouldn't
She's
be
ticking.
bad. Taking a roll over, Dawn.
Nope, she's right on by. She's on the backer, just like Liz was. All right, they're still sitting 1. Show her the hit, Liz. I can't believe they're not looking at it, but okay. It's stuff they'll talk about after the game, I know.
We don't talk after the game, do we?
No, we never do that. You know, we might eat a little bit first, and then we talk, of course.
Right.
Okay, Melissa's going to try to do the draw that everybody else has been trying to do, and the good news is she does have a backer.
See what the skips can do. That's why they're paid.
The big bucks. Like I say, so if I make this shot, you're going to double my salary. It's a little tight, I think, for line. Not for long. Oh, she's got weight.
Yeah, you're
She's
down
got
to
lots of weight.
right down to Dawn. Or Erlene's.
Yep. Actually, it was a lot lighter than I thought it was.
Oh, does that still make Dawn's shot?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. We don't really have a.
Erlene's in our way.
Well, actually, we have a better look from our booth than we do on the lower right hand of your camera there. Liz Nolan. Thanks for chiming in, Liz.
Hi,
Oh yeah,
Liz.
Peggy. Yeah, Peggy's been curling lights out. It's really good to see. I like to see curlers doing well, and she's just doing awesome.
You can't see what they're saying.
Oh, Liz said, "Nice shot, Kimmy," and then she said, "Peggy, awesome."
Yeah, she's
Again. Yeah, we're kind of not quite looking at the display. We're
so focused.
we're focused on the live action. And of course, the men are here for their draft, which is one of the things not my favorite about being in the early draw, because when you're finishing up their game, all the men are here for their draw. And they're looking, and you know they're talking about your game. You know they are.
Donnie really needs to get one in here behind that.
Yeah, she's not taking
pile.
a lot of ice.
But they've been a little heavy. They've
True.
taken this broom and they've been a little heavy. So
True, and if she
with the right weight, she'll get right behind there.
Yeah, and if she ticks her yellow, then she's probably in for 2. Oh, yep, she's certainly throwing weight on
A little
this.
heavy.
Well, she's got that night. She's got this really lovely weight of hers, and it curls a ton.
Although if they sit on this backer, they'll definitely be 1 and 2.
I don't know if she's going to sit on it so much as chip it a bit.
Just a little too much weight.
No, she
Nice
got rid of
line.
it, though.
Nice line. Maybe that was shot. We couldn't tell.
Yeah, or they could, even if they couldn't tell, it's better just to deal with it and be done. Okay.
Okay, we'll see what Melissa does here. If she's a little heavy here, Dawn could actually possibly take
2.
She could also possibly take 3 if Melissa doesn't make a great shot here. She'll easily take out that front blue.
Well, easily in this curling ice.
But it's a possibility.
Oh, absolutely a possibility. Absolutely.
Let's see what Melissa does here.
She doesn't have any backing. It looks close, but the line is going to really cave here if the weight's close, which is, oh, it's heavy.
Looks heavy.
Nah, that's a shame.
Well, they might. Marlene's really got to go on it. So if Dawn takes out that top blue,
Yep.
they could possibly take a 3 here.
Well,
If that front
if that front blue one, yeah, it's hard to
It's
see.
hard to tell from our angle.
Impossible. Yeah.
So you got to decide what shot is better for you. You've just done a draw. She's got the backer.
I think the draw's a little safer here.
Yeah.
Hi, Liz. How you doing? I'm looking over because I know you'll be typing in. Yeah, I it's just this
She's
ice
got to
is
sit. She's got to hit and stay.
right.
She
It's,
does the takeout. She just did the draw. Arlene's looking to see which third shot here. So I guess it's must be the blue out counts the back
Yeah.
yellow. So
yeah. Right. It looks like that if they take out that top blue, it must not. It's either doesn't get them anything,
right.
or it's just in a place, part of the ice that they just don't know. And let's just,
Yep, she
take the
was
safe shot.
She just did the draw. So
Right. She's got one in the bag, which is great. Which is what you want at this point.
if it's curling, she could always
Just, yeah.
chip it and take her 2 that way too. Up the
Yeah, if
front.
you've this looks a little toasty, or not. It's hard to tell from up here.
Oh, this looks this looks great. Come on, girls.
It looks good. I should just
Whoa,
say,
girls. Whoa, you're
oh,
all
it's
there.
fine. It's fine.
All
She's
there.
staying. There's Liz will sweep, but she's not going to get it out.
Oh, what a nice shot, Dawn.
There you go, Dawn. Nice throw.
Finally, somebody got it in there.
Finally. It's only the house.
So Dawn coming back with a deuce
All right.
in the 6th end.
I'm glad you're warm on your couch, Liz. You know it's not very warm next to the brick here in the warm room.
Yeah, we need one of those nice quilts that you make over here.
Yeah, there you go. But how would we keep it in the club? Because they kept being stolen. Because this is so lovely. I have to have it for myself.
So here we go, 7th end.
All right,
A 6-3 game.
7th end. We're going into the end game where things get really interesting.
Melissa up by 3. Dawn calling for the center guard.
And let's see what we got. Thought I was stomping on somebody's toes. All right. Kimmy Acosta ready to throw a center guard.
This is all guard, it looks like.
Looks like the weight's close.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Or is it sliding in the rings? I think it's sliding in the rings a little. I am so not right with my weight tonight. This is funny.
Great shot.
Bobby was excited.
Yeah, that's what I tell my sweepers. Give me a weight call. I don't care if you're wrong. I don't care if you're right. I just want you to learn and to understand it. And I've had games where I've been consistently right, which is always wonderful, but that doesn't happen often. Or consistently wrong, but my skip knows. Because if I'm consistently wrong one way, he knows it's the other. Cindy Whittish is asked being drawn either probably a corner guard.
Yep, she put up the broom for a corner guard.
Definitely light enough because it's really curling. And Melissa's coming out to lend her broom assistance.
This is all guard, very nice.
Right there would be good. Very nice. Yeah, Crow, it's a little far out for a corner, but it's still very, very usable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And possibly very annoying to the opposing team, depending on how it goes. Dawn would like another corner guard. Isn't it interesting, in the beginning of the game, they only played on this one half, on the sheet 4 half. Now we're toward the end of the game, they're playing on the sheet 3 to sheet 2 half.
Yep.
Even in the last end, they kept coming down this side. I find that very interesting. Kimmy's given the motion. She thinks her weight is a little up, letting her skip know. I think she's
she's
right.
right.
Yeah. Darn it.
They'll check up a little bit.
A little bit.
I like to talk to the stones, tell them to slow down.
And they listen to you. They don't listen to me. You've got Paul. It'd be great if she could wiggle this rock. That'd be great. You hit on the inside and you roll behind your corner. Oh, that'd be awesome. That, I think, would be a real fun shot to try.
But as a skip, you got to go with what
Oh,
you know your
right.
player can do.
Well, you
right?
know what you do is sometimes honestly, I've played the game of don't tell your player what you're really calling for.
Well, this looks like it might raise Dawn up.
I think it's going to curl over it.
No, it's going to push her right in. Yep.
Oh, that's fine. It's got her off the center, though. See? It's like a mini wiggle. Push it off the center, you know. I had a shot, you know, it's like you get this rock, you get... There was two guards on either side of it was a narrow port, and there was a shot rock between in the house. There were 2 guards, and Roger said, get this one or this one, it's okay. Fired it down, I got shot rock. Well, that's good, too. And I knew he planned it that way. But we both went by the polite fiction that either of the guards was really the shot. And that's okay. You know, a good shot outcome is what you want. And
She's asking Monica to come around that.
come around, that's a good call.
Well, I've had some guards up there. He had something in the house. I remember with Brian.
She's hoping for multiple points here, and that's the way you're going to get
She's
them.
really got to.
Yeah, she's certainly on the room.
No, that's good.
Weight looks...
A little heavy, so I don't know why. Maybe this would-
Well, sometimes, you know...
Sometimes you get nervous.
You get nervous, or, you know, sometimes you really don't know until you put the broom down, and you kind of, like, sweep it for, like, a few strokes, and then you realize as it goes down the ice, oh, yeah, this is too heavy.
Especially after the last couple of ends.
Yeah.
They were.
Actually, I'm going to see if I can get a draw time here, now that we're in the 7th end, and, well, we got some people out there, which is good. Okay, Melissa's calling an inside-out takeout for Peggy Kineen. And this should run, well, yesterday it ran fairly straight, and ice conditions do change. But as it's curling from the outside in, this should run reasonably straight. She turned it in just a little bit.
If anything, this might tick Dawn over.
I don't think
But
it's on
no,
it at
it's
all.
by it. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
That's a good try, Peg.
Yep. Good weight, though. Look, I see it back right up. Look at that back right up. Did you see that? Wow. She almost got it. If it switched handles, it would have gotten it. Okay.
Let's try the same shot. All
Yep.
you gotta do is the same thing.
All you got to do. Just the same thing. Just a little lighter. Just, you know, the hardest thing sometimes is to throw the rock to your sweepers because you want to do it all yourself. But it's a team sport, and you do need to throw it to your sweepers. I think she's a little inside the line she was before. Just a
They
little
stay on
bit.
this. This is gonna be nice. They stay on
I
this.
think she's on blue.
Oh, it's just a hair light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, she tried to adjust, which is
Yeah.
good. You know, I mean, I like the awareness. You know, as a skip, I'm like, good. You know, you're thinking that's great. You tried to adjust. You didn't do it, but you were thinking the right things.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Oh, that's much nicer, Peg. Okay, it's a little heavier.
She might get a little piece of it here. Yeah, it's coming over nice.
Needs to. It takes a long time.
She's gonna spill out, but she's gonna get it.
She's got it. There she goes.
Nice shot, Peggy.
There you go, Peg.
I think
Nice
I'm getting tired
correction.
of saying that. She's been so dead on tonight.
And Peggy's husband, John, just chimed in and said, Peggy's hot. And yes, John, she is Peggy on fuego. tonight. She really is. Doing some nice hits, had a couple nice draws. I think every end, I think we've had to say nice shot, Peggy, because they've been just awesome. Like Liz said. Arlene's being asked for a come around. And this is that tricky spot that we saw in the 5th end.
Yeah.
Where you get out, you gotta get out far enough so it curls, but get out too far, it's in that no curl zone. Or that
boy.
late curl zone.
That
It's,
real late. Oh my goodness. Oh, keep it going,
I
ladies.
think they're by.
Oh, nice shot, Arlene. Keep it going. Oh, very nice.
Wow.
Great
Well
sweep.
done. Well done.
All that work, one stone in the house.
Yep.
A lone yellow. Very nice shot.
Well, with the way the ice is curling, it's actually, it doesn't look like it, but it's reasonably open.
Yep. I think Melissa's calling to come around again.
Yep. I guess I'm a little, yeah, I can see the come around's nice. Pick is not bad if you can do it. It's in that no, that late or no curl zone again. Here we go. Oh no, there it goes. It's buckling. Does it have enough weight to
Oh,
get
it's
there?
curling a ton.
I think she's on the
She's
yellow.
on the yellow.
The one that was just thrown. A freeze to it is a good shot though.
Oh, so that
That's
pushes,
not as well. It's not great.
pushes Dawn right behind those guards.
That's not good.
Blue sitting wide open.
Yep. That's a duck. That is a duck. But you got to be careful.
Correct. Angle it.
Close to nose is good.
Especially like we said, as it's curling.
Well, that's good because if you're on line with weight, you'll find if you get out a little wide, it may not come back, and then you chip yours into yellow, which is a risk. But I think Arlene, yeah, it's fine here. It's going to curl. That's good.
Got to curl a little
It's
more.
fine.
Oh, coming.
Yep.
Get over.
It's
get
good.
over. Very
It's
nice shot.
very lovely.
Two nice shots. Oh,
Oh,
right
boy.
behind the guards. Great
Yeah.
shots by Arlene.
This is where we got to blow something. Either got to get in or blow something up, and you need to pick your poison and do it.
So those two yellows are,
A pretty good spot.
yep. They got that top guard that's really in front of them.
Yeah, and
There's really not much
unfortunately,
Melissa can do.
that far corner guard, the one outside the 4-foot line, is really preventing a come around, some sort of an outturn hit by blue to do something with that blue rock. It's in the path, unfortunately. I'd go.
Boy, these blues really just.
A tick here. A tick
Dawn
here is
right over.
okay.
Oh,
a
my
tick was
goodness.
needed. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I did not see that. I didn't think it had that much weight.
They weren't putting a broom to it. So something was up, whether it was line or weight.
So does Dawn guard here? Protect? Top 12?
Well, you have well,
She does
she's trying to
not.
steal.
She does not have hammer, so she's got to really protect that from Melissa getting in behind those, right?
Yes, but you have to do it in a way where if she hits you, she doesn't hurt you. So I'm thinking top 12, just to the left of center line.
To center, yeah. Enough so
But
that if
you don't want it too even or too close to those yellows, so some sort of double isn't available.
yeah, enough space so she can't get through.
Right. The perfect. You could go down and put your rock.
Right in the
We're
middle.
going
of
to
the-
say
in the middle, right there. And
you're
those-
thinking
those-
here?
No, in the between the center and the 4-foot line.
You are thinking here.
A little bit over, right there.
Right here?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, but that also leaves her hitting a possible roll off of this. So it depends how deep she goes. So yeah, anywhere in this zone is probably pretty fair. Although that also carries the risk that Melissa draws behind as well.
Correct, but make her
yeah,
work
yeah,
for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Make her work for it. Make a decision.
She's got to protect that path from her getting there.
Right.
Yeah. So Dawn's first skip stone here.
On the 7th end, she's
Seventh
looking real good in this end. Kind of making a bit of a comeback here.
She got out to the broom fairly good.
They're not putting a broom to it yet.
Curls late though here.
It does. It seems to have a bit of weight on it, though.
If it does, I'd go right behind there, babe.
I think she's through.
Oh, she might be through here.
Yup, I think she's through.
The old skip adrenaline, blood flowing, and
I have no idea what that's like. Absolutely none.
okay. Well, she's still sitting okay though.
You know, that's better than leaving an open
Yeah.
hit and just leaving a duck for her to use.
Correct.
Yeah, you might as well just, and that's the hardest thing about a third. When you see these rocks coming down, and you're asking your front end, where is it? And hopefully you get the right information in time to make that decision. Take it back, take it back, take it back. You know, because then you get I won't say yelled at, but then your skip's like, why did you take it back? Well, nobody told me. Yeah, and that's actually a real essential part of working well as a team is that
Yep.
communication. You know, and saying the weight's good, while that information is not quite enough sometimes. All right, Melissa Foote with her first skips rocks, gonna try to draw around. All right, they're putting brooms to it.
This looks like to me
It looks out there, is what yeah.
definitely out there.
Needs to curl a bit. Again, doesn't want to leave Dawn to duck either. Because then Dawn can hit and roll. Oh, whoa, look at that slide sideways. Look at that.
Okay.
That's a nice stone.
Nice shot.
But you know what?
It's
Now we're all thinking, well, maybe she should have taken a little less ice. Well, with that weight, it probably would have crashed.
Yep.
That's what we've seen last, at least the 5th end it did that. I don't remember the 3rd end, because that was like an hour and change ago. But yeah, this is tricky.
Yeah, she could take a little more ice than that. Yeah. The way these are curling.
Actually, a really good shot here. She may or may not be able to roll under.
But even
And
just sitting knows it. She's a little
I would
nose
roll.
or over. Oh,
I would roll away to
Away.
the left. I would roll away to over here.
about where she's got her broom.
Oh, a little farther over. That way, it's harder for her to use that rock to her advantage. And that means, well, now Melissa actually has to draw at least the 8 foot.
Okay.
And it limits the scoring area.
Final stone for Dawn here.
Final skips rocks for yellow. She's throwing the hit on the blue rock.
Oh, she gave it a little push or not. I couldn't tell.
I think she's got the outer edge of it. Or not. Oh dear. Oh my. That is skips adrenaline, I think. All right. And as we were talking, Melissa Foote with the ever dreaded same shot. Just another draw. Wow, that was a big swing there. Interestingly enough, with probably Dawn's more usual, because Dawn doesn't usually throw quite that much weight.
I
With
couldn't
her,
tell if she gave it a little push or not.
yeah, but her regular nice, she's got that nice weight that just moves. You control it with the broom. It's really nice, and
Yeah.
probably little down weight would probably have blast. You just pop that right out.
Pop
of
it
it. Real
right out,
nice.
yep.
Real nice. Yep. Let's see if the skip adrenaline works on both sides here. They're motioning that it's got a lot. Cindy Wittish has got the hand up signal. Yeah, it looks like it's
This really just has to be full 8 foot.
it's trying to slow down, but I don't know if it will.
And this
Nope,
is
it's not
her-
going to.
Okay, so
Okay,
cut her to 1. I mean, she took her 1,
Yeah.
so
she took one. And so she's up. We're going to our final end of the Mickey Haase playoff. Team Melissa Foote playing the Blue Rocks is up 7-3 with 1 end to go. And here we go. Now, all our skips, we all have our own way to play this game. There are different ways to play this last end. We have a continuing discussion in our club. If you're up 3 or 4, when do you start throwing through? Do you throw up 3? Do you throw through up 4? Do you not at all?
I never like it.
I-
Only because it comes back to
To
haunt.
bite ya.
It does. I've never seen it work.
The way it does work is your team needs to be able to hit reliably.
I know.
If your team can't hit reliably, it's a tough way to go.
It is.
But then again, understanding that rocks and play are your opponent's friends, they're going through. I'm up 3 with hammer, 3 or 4 depending on the situation. I'm throwing through. Is that a little, chickeny? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now this is a great rock for yellow right
Yeah.
here.
So
This
she
is
needs to just
wonderful.
ignore that, right?
She can also use it now.
Use it. Yep. There you go.
Right.
And if Kimmy's heavy, she comes down to it.
Right. Yeah, because you don't want anything long, but you also don't want anything that Melissa can remove at this point. As they need,
Looks like it's down to it.
they need 4 points. They need all of their rocks in play. Yep, it looks like you're right. Yep, she's down to it. Now Melissa will want to get separation between these. Yep, plenty of separation. Looks like Roger has decided not to rejoin us. He's having too much fun with the big boys.
Or he didn't get who he wanted in the draft.
They had all of it settled beforehand, right?
Oh.
Just about. Okay, Cindy's being asked to remove that yellow rock. The line's a little outside.
Yeah, I
if the
don't think
weight
this
is
is gonna
down,
come
it
back.
might come back, but no, Liz is trying to give some body English to make it come back, and it's unfortunate it's not coming back. But like I tell my players, hey, you didn't leave a card. It's okay. All right, Kimmy's being asked to hopefully draw a corner.
So we could talk about Mickey Haase a little bit.
We
This
can.
medal is named
Named
after. She was a wonderful, long-time curler.
Oh dear.
Just the sweetest little lady you'd ever want to meet.
Oh, she was awesome, and she curled. I think
50,
she was curling. I think
60
into her
years.
90s, wasn't
yeah,
she?
91, I think, was
Did
the
she
last
ever
game
use?
she played.
Did she ever use a stick? I don't.
No,
I
she
don't
was
think so.
a
lift delivery.
lifter. Yeah.
Oh, and she was the nicest person, and she epitomized.
Love the game of curling.
That saying, if you don't have a nice thing to say, don't say it. She always had nice things to say.
Yeah.
Always, she could find it.
Always here to help. Even into her 90s, she was here helping with bond spiels, and
All the time. I mean, a nicer lady, I don't think you could meet.
so what a great honor in her memory to have
Absolutely.
this game being played right now.
And I'm motioning the sweep.
I used to play in the Thursday afternoon league, and I think that's when I first met her. And the one night she played, it was a 3-person team, and she swept her heart out.
Oh yeah.
She'd go sit down, she'd get up, she'd have to sweep again, and she didn't care. She did it.
That's that generation. It's like I'm
Yeah.
here to do my job, and I'm here to sweep, and I'm here to play, and I'm gonna do it.
And she loved it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Dawn running out of stones here.
Yeah, she needs to draw down and weld onto this back of blue. We need to generate some sort of offense here. Monica looks a little tight on the broom, I think.
But the weight
Nope,
looks really
looks
nice.
all right. Arlene thinks it's light. Arlene's a very good judge of weight, so if she thinks it's light, it's light.
And she's right.
Again, she usually is. Well, then get it to
Another 3
Get it to the
going here.
rings.
That's going to be pretty nice. Keep going, girls.
Get it to the rings. It'll at least make it challenging for the blue, for blue team to remove. Increase jam risk. Although, you know what? At this point, I take that out. I take one of my blues out. I'm like, I'm good.
I don't know if it outcounts that back blue or not.
But it's in the front of the house.
Yep.
Um,
It's usable.
It's a danger. If I'm blue, that's a danger rock. Yes,
Melissa calling for the takeout here.
yeah.
Eliminate the yellow is what she's thinking.
Run them out of rocks. Absolutely. Peggy's close. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This could jam on the blue back here. Gotta be careful.
Well, they want to keep it real high.
This might jam. This might jam.
It's
Careful.
close. No, it's all right. It's all
Oh,
right.
she's okay.
Jam on that one. But not the shot rock. Yeah, that's fine.
Need 3 to tie or 4? Need 4. Oh boy. Yep. There it is. Great call.
Want to join in?
No. I have a bag on. What?
What'd you say?
We got some folks just commenting on the game and asking, you want to join in? They're like, oh no, 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 no. They're happy to comment off microphone as opposed to on microphone.
Well, this is my first time, so it's been quite fun.
Oh, John Canine says Peggy's friends in Scotland are watching. And
Oh, hey,
Liz
Scotland.
Nolan, and Liz Nolan is saying, Peggy, you are my hero.
Oh, this is over.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Oh, this is unfortunate.
Oh, she could have
She
called
missed
up and at least had it
That,
work on
oh, those are, I call those the dreaded tweeners, you know. You come up, you're wrong. You keep sweeping, you're wrong. It's between,
Let's see, what time is
whatever
it in
call.
Scotland right now? Midnight? What are they?
they're 4 or 5 hours ahead. I think they're 5 hours
Well,
ahead.
thanks for staying up.
Here, I've got my, that's why I have a cell phone, because I've got a clock function, and we can find that out. So I've got world clock. It is 12:54 a.m.
Thanks for staying up.
Oh, that's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot at all. That means she's got a lot of rocks to deal with. She's got to outcount now 3 blue rocks with 4. Hang on, I think I lost track of my rocks.
No, this is Erlene's first.
It's early in 5, so she's
Yep.
got 4 rocks, and she's got to make them all count now.
Well, she's setting up a little end here. She's got a chance. She freezes to this rock. It's got a shot.
Yep. Yeah, we're all the peanut gallery is agreeing with our analysis is that we have to weld one onto that rock in the back 4.
This is looking pretty nice here.
Yep, it's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I think
on
they
it
might
now,
want to go
girls.
for
Gotta
line.
go now.
Now she's on that top blue, I think.
Nope, this is gonna come. Come on, guys.
Nope, she's clicking off that top blue.
All the way to it. That's not bad.
That's something. That's something. That's a setup shot. It's a good angle. It's a great angle.
All right.
They bang that. The blue flies out, so that's pretty good.
Still 3. No, it's 2.
That's not bad.
Melissa trying to guard here.
No,
Okay.
she is trying to
Is that
steal.
what she's guarding? Melissa guarding?
And this is why I like throwing my rocks through, because now I got to deal with them. You know, if I throw them through and have my team remove them as they appear, I don't have to deal with this. Just send them through. It looks might be a little heavy.
Might be down to their one on the button there, behind the T line.
Stacking on it's not the worst. This is fine. This is absolutely fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. More blue rocks in the scoring area makes it harder for those yellow rocks to count. Oh, more room's filling up with the men here for their Monday Night League.
I don't know. Dawn should be taking something out. Just get rid of those.
She needs to tap them back.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep them around as catchers,
Correct.
but
she's
not
gonna
counting anything. Yeah.
She's got a score here.
So we need like a hack weight, backline weight, push them back. Because I don't really see. It's very hard to double them.
Because if she just comes down to it, she's limiting herself to 1 there.
Right, she's got to bounce them. What do they call it? Jiggle them around.
There she
There we
goes.
go. We got to jiggle
Okay,
them around a
Donnie.
bit.
She must have caught our vibe.
Woo, woo. We're vibing, woo.
Because, you know, we're professionals.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a professional crew. Arlene does not like that shot. She kind of hung her head down after she let it go. I don't see why she doesn't like it.
It's a little more than a draw, so.
It looks all
I
right.
think this is what
Well, we need. Got to come up a bit. Got to come up. Oh, there you go. There you go.
all right.
Oh, that's she needed to.
I thought she tapped her broom like she was freezing, I thought.
No, she was going for the takeout.
Yeah, it was a pretty narrow broom. The guys are like thinking we thought it was a draw, and we're like, no, that's a take on this ice. That's a takeout broom.
For ladies, that's a takeout.
Yeah, we don't throw the I don't mess around when I have to peel Kessler weight. I got told that in Open League last year and subbing in on Mike's men's team because you know the Open League is the Open League.
Right.
And he just throws this bomb and he peels this rack and it's like I'm surprised it didn't split apart. And he's like, I don't mess around when I throw peels. I'm like, no, you don't.
I wish I could throw that weight.
Oh, you and me both. I just like to throw bumper reliably.
All right, Melissa looking to take this out.
Yep, and to be honest, taking out anything she can is really good.
Her skip's down here.
If she lifted it a little bit outside, that little quick release, that's kind of a danger sign of a.
Is that going to go into the blue? Is
It
gonna
might
shoot
double
it
them
over?
out the hard way. Watch this. Double them out the hard. Oh,
Man,
that's a game.
what a shot.
That's beautiful. She's only got 3 rocks to score 4 points. Well,
No more bullets. The points matter.
I think they're talking it out right now.
Points do not matter.
Oh, and the sound of Velcro.
What a shot to
What
end
a,
it.
yeah, triple takeout. That was pretty cool.
So our 2017 Mickey Haase winners. Team Foot.
Congratulations to Melissa Foot and Liz Cato, Peggy Canine, and
Hot on
Cindy
the ice,
Widdish.
Peggy Canine.
Thank you, John, for the great job comment. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Scotland, for watching. We appreciate it.
And Roger and our esteemed Presidente is chiming in at the end when he can take all the credit.
So, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed the game. Thanks, Michelle, Brenda, for doing the commentary tonight.
fun.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
fun.
See you next time.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays and all that good stuff.